Disclaimer, it's not technically a software glitch, but the way these apps stack together feels like a glitch because you're getting paid twice for the same action. Now on with the video. I tried $0 into $300 sports betting. Let's talk about my Eureka surveys and FanDuel glitch review, my real wins and my real losses. Let's do this. Stop scrolling. You're going to be looking at my real cash out proof from Eureka surveys as well as FanDuel for taking advantage of a option that I found out about within the past 30 days that allowed me to go from $0 to several $100 in the course of a short amount of time. So this video is going to be all about that. And I was able to make this money without having to sacrifice a paycheck for it. I was able to do this starting off by using one of those make money or get paid to apps that are so popular these days. But I use that in a non-traditional manner to get ahead quite nicely. Most people think that making money online is a scam, and I understand that. Why? Because the way they're advertised, and then when you actually use them, they don't tend to be what you expect them to be. But with Eureka surveys, I was actually able to take advantage of their offer wall, because in addition to surveys and daily polls and watching videos to get paid for, basically for watching videos and video ads, they also have an offer wall, and on that offer wall I was able to find a very special, unique FanDuel offer, which all I had to do was simply sign up for FanDuel, which I've never done before as a new user, through their link on Eureka Service offer wall, and then make a deposit of $10. And then once I made a deposit of $10, I was then able to be eligible for the FanDuel offer, which all it required for me to do is basically just, again, download FanDuel through the Eureka Service app, deposit $10 on FanDuel, and be a new user. And then once that was tracked by Eureka Surveys, I received $48.24 in return, and I was already ahead before I even began my first bet. In this video, I'm going to be showing you the exact apps and what I use to basically more or less game the system in a legal way, and how you basically can replicate the same thing. If now in Eureka Surveys, you can do it on other make money apps, like HeyCash, as you'll soon find out as we go through the rest of this video. And to be totally transparent, not only am I going to share my wins, but I'm also going to share my losses as well, so you can understand that while this can be a cool, fun way to make a little extra money, there are risks involved, and I highly recommend anyone who wants to try and gamble or do any kind of gamble or sports betting, or do any kind of sports betting, you need to be cautious while doing this, and I recommend that please do not gamble anything you cannot afford to gamble. Don't gamble anything you can't afford to lose. That'll be my number one warning in it. And also, if you need help for gambling, there will be a helpful information in the video description as well as in this video as well. So let's go and get on into it. But first, who am I, right? My name is Marvin of the Everyday Marvin Reviews YouTube channel, and I review and test various making and make money saving apps on my own, using my own money, my own time, my own sense of intuition. And then once I'm done testing those, I come back and I report those, and I give you the information that you need so that way you can make an educated and well-informed decision on whether this is for you or not. I take the risk so you don't have to. And in this review, we're going to be testing how I start off using Eureka surveys, and I was able to go into FanDuel, already starting off ahead by making a deposit through Eureka Service offer wall offer. And then from FanDuel, I went over to Betr, which is another sports betting app that was advertised on Eureka Surveys, which I was able to take advantage of. And then from Betr, I went over to Dabble, which is another sports betting app that I was able to take advantage of. It was going to go through my whole journey and my whole experience with sports betting in the first place. And to be totally transparent, I do not consider myself a hardcore sports person or sports betting or even a gambler or casino type of person. But I saw this offer and I kind of went down the rabbit hole, and you're going to see the results of that rabbit hole journey today. Now, as I go through this, I'm not guaranteeing you any winnings. It's not about guaranteed winnings. It's just about my experience. I'm documenting my experience along the way. And again, you can use this information to come to your own conclusions on whether this is for you or not. Again, this is not a guarantee that if you do this will happen for you, but it's just a possibility of what could happen. So let's get into it. Now, this all starts with the seed money, I call it. And I have one rule whenever I'm going to do anything that's going to be considered risky when it comes to using my money, which is not to use my main income and source money. If I'm going to use money to do something like gambling or betting, I'm going to use what I call my fun money or play money, and I get this fun money or play money from apps like Eureka Surveys app, which I've been doing over 6 months now. I started back in July of last year, 2025, and I made over 100. Now I think actually over $140 on the app, and I have a screenshot of my history with this app. So it's a well-trusted app. The minimum cash out threshold is $5, and really anyone can do this in their free time. This will not replace your job. This is not going to make you rich. This is not going to cover probably a whole bill, but you can probably do this in your free time, like between watching commercials on television, waiting in line at the grocery store, doing other little in-between thing, breaks at work, on lunch break. You probably could be cashing out once at least every other week. And again, the minimum threshold is only $5, whereas in the other apps it's going to be like 15 and 20 and 25 and 50. There's one of my I saw out there, actually, the minimum was 75. Tester up. I'm looking at you, and all the other ones are like that. We don't want that. We want the ones where we can earn the money the fastest and cash out the fast without a lot of barriers in the way. And so Eureka Service has been that service app for me, and I use that money to invest in the next part of my story. So since I was able to do surveys, daily polls, watch video ads, and whatnot, and get paid for that through the Eureka Service app, I was also able to see and look, and I was also able to take advantage of the offer wall, which is another section they have in the app where they basically have a bunch of offers, primarily games and different things and trial offers you can try out. And I just was happened to be looking in the offer wall section, and I saw that they had offered for FanDuel, and actually had two offers for it. There was one where you basically just create a FanDuel account, you deposit money, and you wager or bet that money, and then you receive cash out, which I think was like $30-something. But then they had another offer. You have to really read the details to catch this. The other FanDuel offer, I noticed, had it to where all you had to do was create the new FanDuel account, deposit the money, and as long as you deposit the money and it was confirmed, you were eligible for a $48 basic cash back rebate, more or less, from Eureka itself. So I was able to make money right off the bat without actually having to bet at all. Okay, we are inside of FanDuel at the moment, and I'm in Kentucky, so they're going through the rules and whatnot, and I'm just agreeing to the terms and conditions, and I hit continue to keep going further. Then I went back into FanDuel, it takes me back into FanDuel, and I'm getting ready to go ahead and try to do my deposit. As we're now inside again the FanDuel app itself, and I'm going to go to deposit, hit deposit, and then we're going to do, as a quick deposit option, I'm going to do PayPal in this case, and it's just explaining to me how it's going to work. I put $10 in, go to PayPal, log in, I have $10 in my PayPal balance, so I'll go ahead and just use that. It's been confirmed. Now we're back inside of FanDuel, and now we just wait. I'm going to verify my location. You can see now in the lower right hand corner I have $10 deposited, and then we should see notification from Eureka saying, hey, and I have $48.24, and that's the notification again. Now once I went ahead and did this, I got the confirmation from Eureka, and you'll see on the screen that I was actually paid out that money, and then I immediately cashed out on Eureka because Eureka's minimum threshold is $5, and at $48 I was obviously way over that. You can see my history as of late. Yesterday I did this offer, took advantage of this offer where I basically just joined FanDuel. All I did was deposit $10, and I was credited $48.24, pretty much almost instantly. So now I'm gonna go and cash out. Oh, and also there's these achievements, but I've achieved most of these now. You can see, and really anyone can really do this, to be honest. And just to be transparent, I've also referred one friend, and the friend has cashed out 5 times, and actually cashed out more than that, but you only get credit for the first 5 cash outs. And really just about anybody can do that as well. So I'm going to try to cash out. Cash out yesterday, and I apparently can't cash out more than twice a day. So now it's a new day. I'm going to go ahead and try to cash out now through PayPal. And let's confirm, and let's cash out this $49.32. And I cashed out. Once I'm cashing out, you should see money in your PayPal account in a few minutes. So you're just gonna wait. And this would be my 13th cash out. This is my 13th cash out with this app. And probably my biggest cash out so far. And normally if I wait long enough, I'll see notification from PayPal. Yep, and there it goes. And there you go. My notification from, it's going to be under the name of Social Loop LLC. Sent me $49.32. And it was relatively easy to earn it. So, and you're going to see my history. You're going to see my history. There we go. They always have this dollar survey that they give you after you cash out. So I'm going to take the dollar survey, cash it on there. Now the catch was that since I was on FanDuel and I invested that $10, I couldn't get that $10 back out unless I betted on it. So I went ahead and looked for what I call a lock or a sure thing. So I decided to bet my $10 on the Denver Broncos, the money line. It was minus 1,200. I'm still learning about all these, sports betting and big gambling terminology. But anyway, it was pretty much was locked in that the Denver Broncos were going to win. And so I bet on them, and I got my $10 back, along with 83 cents. The goal wasn't to make a big win on this, because I already made a big win before I even started betting through the Eureka service offer that I received the $48 for. But the goal was to be able to bet that money like they want, and then be able to get that money back out by making just a small guaranteed safe bet, which was the Denver Broncos. Thank you, Denver Broncos, for that. So I got my $10 back plus 83 cents. So we had the $48 for just trying it that Eureka paid me. Then we have the $10 that I got back that I had to bet, but I bet on a more or less sure thing, and I got that back plus 83 cents. So I'm already over $50. I'm getting close to $60 at this point just for starting my journey. And this is what I'm going to call the Eureka Surveys FanDuel glitch. Now, since I was already ahead, and since I bet that $10 on FanDuel, and it made me eligible for their special offer they had going in town, which they had an offer where basically you bet at least $5, they'll make you eligible for, I think it was $200 in, either $200 or $150 in bonus bets. So back in December, I decided to kind of go on a heater, as I'm going to call it, or what they're calling it. I went ahead and did several different bets in $50 increments. So let's start off. First, I bet on the Miami Heat, and I won $45 from that. Then I bet on Chicago Bulls, $50 on that, and I got back $47 on that. Then I put $50 on the Houston Texans, which I bet $50, and I got $51 back on that. Now, I didn't win every bet that I put down with the bonus bets. I did lose I lose bets that I put on Packers and the Buccaneers, but the money that I was wagering was house money anyway, so even though I lost that and I wasn't able to get that profit back, I did still win 3 other times on FanDuel, basically due to doing some research and just making decent picks and also not blowing the whole bonus bet on one thing, which is one thing I would recommend. Never put your whole bonus bet all on one thing. The chance of that thing not going through is probably it's very high. It's very risky at that point. You just know for sure that something's going to turn out a certain way. I felt better breaking that into increments and just providing myself some leeway, which made me personally feel better. And then thanks to my bets that I made, the 3 out of 5 that worked, I was basically able to pull out over $140 in money from FanDuel just by making bets and wagering in the right way. So I just recommend do your research and just always be aware there's always a chance that you could lose. You're not always guaranteed to win, and just keep that in mind while you're doing this. Okay, so I wasn't done after I had my little run of success, or mostly the big run of success on FanDuel. I was also advertised another one called Betr, B-E-T-R, which was advertised to me on Eureka Service as well. They pay you to watch ads, and I believe that's one of the ads that came up. And they had an offer where you basically, it was either an instant $10 deposit you received, or I think they had like a bonus, their own version of bonus bets on there. So I took advantage of that offer, and I went ahead and put $10. And the way Betr kind of operates, you have to basically make 2 picks, and the 2 picks can't be from the same team. So I basically made 2 picks, which one was like excuse me if I'm saying the name wrong. One name was Kawhi LaMelo. Sorry, the name was Kawhi. Was that Kawhi? Okay, I'm not gonna say these names, but Kawhi Leonard and LaMelo Ball. These are my 2 picks that I put $10 on, and I turned that $10 into $30 with those 2 picks on Betr. And I also want to be totally transparent. So once I turned the 10 into 30, I went back and reinvested half of it. So 15. I put 10 on one pick and 5 on another pick, and I lost both of those. So I did lose $15 of the 30, but I was able to actually cash out that 30 and actually keep a portion of it, so that's not too shabby. And again, just a reminder, there really are no guarantees in sports betting. You just have to kind of be willing to take a risk, and the risk needs to be calculated for you to come out ahead, really. So finally, this brings me over to Dabble, which I actually did a review video on Dabble about a week or 2 ago, and I'll have a link to it in my description box, so if you want to watch it, you can watch it after this. So I had some success on Dabble. I had heard about Dabble also through Eureka surveys, and also another app that I use that's similar to Eureka surveys, and I just had to go ahead and just give it a shot, because they had 2 promos going on. One of them was a $10 no deposit entry or sign up, and so I went ahead and took advantage of that $10 no deposit. Now, in my video, I talk about how I took advantage of the $10 no deposit, which literally meant I didn't take any of my own money and deposit anything into the app itself. But when I made that bet with those $10, I lost all that money. But then after I lost all that money, they gave me a pity, or I call it a pity promo credit, which was $1. I took $1 into $10. I'm making the right bet. And then from there, I took that money out. I cashed out, and I got it relatively quickly. So thank you, Dabble, for that. And you can learn more about that in my Dabble review video. So anyway, while that video was out, when I put that video out, I went ahead and waited a little bit, and then I noticed that I started receiving some referrals. So I got about $30 in referrals from Dabble. And so with that in mind, the only way I can really use the referral money, which you get $10 for each referral that you get. So the only way to actually be able to pull that money out is to bet it. So I went ahead and bet it, and I decided to do 4 separate bets. And unfortunately, all 4 of them lost. I'll try to have them on the screen somewhere. So I was 0 for 4 for that on Dabble, but it wasn't really that bad, because first off, it wasn't actually my money. It was house money. I was betting, so it wasn't like I was touching my own bank account. My bank account is still secure where it's at. So that just kind of turned out. Now, with the bets that I did on Dabble, the 4 that I did were for $5 each. So that still leaves me with $5 in my account for Dabble, which I can bet at sometimes soon. You get about 14 days to use your credits. And so I'll be using that probably sometime soon. But it was a learning lesson. And again, nothing is guaranteed in the sports betting, gambling, sportsbooks world. Just keep that in mind. So I recorded all this just to basically say that if you stick to the plan, this can work. This can work for you. So basically you decided, okay, when you're going to do these type of ventures or making sports bets or sports books, you go ahead and decide, you know what, I'm not going to use my actual main money or main income. I'm just going to use money that I earn from apps like Eureka surveys or Scrambling, which I also did a video about, which I made over $50 with that app. And so I'm going to have my fun money come from there. I'm going to use that fun money to do things like sportsbook betting. And I would recommend, if you're interested in betting but don't want to spend any of your money as well, and you want another alternative, there's Dabble, which allows you to do a no deposit sports betting. You can start for free without it being a big issue, or again, touching your own main income source. So just remember, get the seed money from apps like Eureka Surveys app, take advantage of sign-up bonuses, and then once you actually win money, withdraw that money. Do not leave sitting in those accounts, because it's going to be so tempting for you to want to go back and spend that money. The second you win that money, it's withdrawable. Get it out into your actual bank account, so that way you won't have it again sitting there just waiting for you to spend it. Because that's what they want you to do. They want you to leave the money in there so we can easily start betting again. But my goal with this whole thing was to get in and get out, not to spend crazy amounts of my own money to try to make a big earning or make a big payday. I was happy getting the more or less non-consecutive paydays as I was getting through this. And I decided after all this, I'm probably not going to be betting very much anymore. It was cool to try out, but ultimately not really for me. But I'm glad I got a chance to try it and do it because I did learn some things about it, and it did open up my eyes to the whole sports betting world. And these platforms like FanDuel, Dabble, Betr, as we're getting closer and closer to like the really big games and whatnot that are coming up in the future, they are desperately wanting bettors, and they're willing to pay a nice price to get you started, get you invested in it. And so if you're interested in doing this as a fun thing or something that's kind of cool to do on the side, now is probably the time to take advantage of this. So basically, this is what's going to happen. I have a $0 hustle cheat sheet which I will make available and a link in the description box of this video, as well as I have a QR code in here that you can scan and get that cheat sheet. The cheat sheet's going to have the links and promo codes to everything I talked about in this video, along with a backup for Eureka surveys. So this is what I recommend you do. Number one, you go to that link, either go to the link in the description box or go to the link or scan the QR code in this video to get to that free cheat sheet report. The first thing you need to do is sign up for Eureka surveys, get your free $1 that you get from my special referral code /link. You can either click the link or use the promo code, which should be TXP1EA, which will give you your first easy $1, which will be a portion of the way to your first cash out. First thing I recommend you do. Secondly, go to the offer wall in Eureka surveys and see if you can find the FanDuel offer. Now, they may not have the exact offer that I had, or as a backup, you can go to HeyCash, which I recently saw the FanDuel offer on there. Not too dissimilar from the offer I took advantage of when I did it. They have a $41 offer. All you have to do is sign up FanDuel through HeyCash and then make a deposit and just bet it. And it's as simple as that. You can have $41 in your account as well. So either you can find the offer again on Eureka surveys, offer wall app, and if you don't see it there as a backup, you can go to HeyCash, which I'll have that in the cheat sheet as well. You can go sign up through my link and then find the FanDuel offer, which I'll have a screenshot of it here, which how it should look on how it should look on HeyCash. And you can sign up through there and get $41 for basically just depositing $10, which isn't a bad setup. Alright, so I'm inside of 5 surveys, which I don't normally recommend, but I want to go back just to check something real quick. And as I was scrolling, I was noticing that I saw something familiar. FanDuel Sportsbook 2750. This only is a backup in case you cannot get the deal on either Eureka or HeyCash. So I'm gonna go ahead and click here. It's the same thing, except it's a lower amount. It's $27.50, but it's better than nothing. So basically, just download the FanDuel, sign up, put a $10 bet, and you get it. So I just wanted to bring this to your attention because I just saw this and I thought this might be the case, and I was right. FanDuel is really trying to get as many people as possible. You see, it's $27 on here, $27.50. Let me see. And when you hit, well, let me check something. So when you hit earn, probably just takes you over to FanDuel, just site probably. This offer will be available tomorrow. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. But yes, I saw that on there. Then you can download the 5 surveys app, then scroll across. If I can just go to games and probably see it. And oh, there it goes. Yep, there goes FanDuel. But here it's shorter. It's $22.50 for some reason here. But then didn't we just see $27? So I'm gonna go back there, and then when I go back to home though, they said a different price. So maybe the difference is gonna be tomorrow, like it said. But I just want to make you guys aware of what I saw. I was like, oh, FanDuel's on here. It was on here. I guess I already clicked this. Probably not gonna show it now. But yeah, so I just want to make you aware there's another place you can go to and take advantage of the FanDuel offer apparently. Let's see if I can find it again on this list. Yep, there it goes for $22.50. So this is yet another place you can go to take advantage of it. I'll have a link in my report so that you can check out in case you want to go that route. Hope you find this helpful. Goodbye. Okay, today is January 29, 2026, and I'm back in 5 Surveys app again just to check and see if the FanDuel app was still going to be in there and what deal is available. So I'm seeing the $22.50 under games. I had to scroll for a while to get to that FanDuel offer, by the way. So when I went to the game section, actually let's go back so you can see how to navigate back to this. So when you're in 5 Surveys, you decide to go this route. You hit on games, and then you're just gonna scroll until you find FanDuel. And I had to scroll for a bit to see it. So I almost thought it wasn't here anymore. You can't scroll too fast, and you might scroll past it. But here it goes. So $22.50, that, and you see the deal. They have that you have 30 days to complete this game. It was $27, now it's $22, so it's probably best it happens as soon as possible if you're not able to get it any other way. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit, it says earn $22.50, so I'm gonna hit that and we'll see what happens. Yesterday it gave me an error message, I think, so we're gonna see what happens with this one. Okay, it's taking me over to FanDuel. Okay, cool. And since I already have FanDuel, I won't be able to do it again. But I just want to show you guys what's available. This FanDuel offers on multiple make money apps, so take advantage of it. Okay, and make sure you go ahead and get that $0 hustle cheat sheet so you can take advantage of this along with many other offers. Enjoy. And then as an extra bit of support, if you can't find a FanDuel offer for whatever reason, either on Eureka Surveys or HeyCash, you can simply just take advantage of the promo codes that I have for FanDuel, Betr, Dabble, and all the other extra bonuses that you'll find in the cheat sheet as well, which will be available there. If you have any questions or concerns, please leave a message or comment in the comments of this video or wherever you're seeing it at. You can also message me on my Twitter, which I have available, or again on YouTube or whatnot. And so thank you for watching my video, and just to make you aware of anything that you take advantage of, any links you click on, any promo codes you use, I will receive a commission on that, but I won't take anything away from you. I just appreciate you supporting my channel so I can do more videos like this and get this news out into the world. So again, this has been my Eureka Surveys and FanDuel glitch review video, my real wins, my real losses, and just my documented study on how I went about getting into the sports betting world as a newbie. Again, I'm not really considering myself a hardcore gambler or better, but I was able to kind of test drive this and come out not too shabby money-wise. Any of you have any questions or more concerns, feel free to hit me up. But yeah, this is basically my video. Again, make sure you click the link and get $0 hustle cheat sheet, which will give you the links and promos to everything I talked about in this video. There's nothing else you know, at least make money from Eureka Surveys or HeyCash, which pay you to take surveys, play games, do polls, and whatnot. So if you find this helpful, and go check out that link. Either scan the QR code in this video or go check the link in this video description box that we can take advantage of that cheat sheet and take advantage of every offer that's in there. There'll also be offers in there for GoPuff, which is delivery food or food delivery offer in there. There'll be a special link there for Uber, for Lyft, and various other things in there as well that you can take advantage of, which puts the value of that cheat sheet at a relatively high value. So take advantage of that. Go check it out now. Don't waste any more time watching the video. Again, scan the QR code in this video or click the link in the video description to take advantage of everything that cheat sheet has to offer, including the Eureka Surveys bonus, FanDuel, Betr, Dabble, Scrambling, HeyCash. Everything's going to give you a little extra money and can help get a little extra money in your pocket. Hope you find this helpful. Catch you later. Go check it out. Go do it now. Go do it now.